Can you mute that sucker?
Oh yeah.
I'll put a little something on here I have in my.
Yeah. Go for it. Oops.
Yay! Hold on. We're gonna start the show soon, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. Here's a little goofy music to keep you occupied.
Oh, I know what I need to do. Oh, it's in voice isolation.
Do you want to put in the fortune cookie? Anything like, I don't know.
I don't know either. What you want me to put in there?
I don't have control of it, I don't think. Do I?
No.
You don't need a parachute to go skydiving. No, I don't control it. Co-host, no, I don't know. You have to do it. It doesn't matter.
I can make you a producer, and then you can do it.
We have to do pre-pro in the show, you guys, because here on Fireside, we can't do our pre-pro in show before you see us. So
we can't do it pre,
right. So I'm sorry. The show will start in just a minute, but this is the only way co-hosts can actually collaborate in show.
Okay, so let's see. What you want to put here? Yep.
I don't really care. That doesn't make any difference to me. I have to invite everybody. I have to do all of that stuff. Share with my followers. And then I want to share with the world, broadcast. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wait for people to pop in. We're going to wait 2 more minutes. It is 7:02. I think we should wait until 7:05 and then we'll start the show. I have a little trailer prepared, very little, and then we'll start the show. So everybody down there on the left-hand side of your screen, open those 2 little lines up. If you would invite all of your followers, because who the hell cares? Invite every single one that you have. Just select all. It's what I do. And sit back, relax, and re-listen as Deanna and I get ready to start the show. Thank you so much.
All right. I'm sharing out.
This should be the time where you actually do like knock jokes or something like that, like because it's such an awkward time. It's like you have to do this stuff. Anyway,
where you just welcome people.
I guess so. So welcome, Stacy, Lily, Ron, Bad Bunny. Where's Dale? Is Dale here? Derek. I feel like I'm in the on stage because my ring light is so bright.
I know, right?
I can't read anything. Okay. Alrighty then. Deanna, if it's okay with you?
Everything is okay with me.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to officially start the show, and then Deanna and I will pop up on our glorious video, but which we can also do. But anyway, here we go. I think it's this button. Welcome, everyone, to the Daily DeppHeard AfterBuzz show with Deanna and myself, Wendi Cooper. Just to recap everything before we jump into the show, this is all about actor Johnny Depp, who is suing ex-wife Amber Heard for $50 million for defamation in connection with Heard's 2018 Washington op-ed piece in which she spoke about being the victim of domestic violence. Heard's article, it did not specifically name Depp as her alleged abuser, but according to Depp's lawsuit, it relied, quote, on the central premise that Ms. Heard was a domestic abuse victim and that Mr. Depp perpetrated domestic violence against her. Amber Heard is now, she's countersuing for $100 million. This is where we take the clips of the day, kind of, or the topics of the day, or maybe it's just the testimonies of the day. Quite frankly, it's all pretty absurd. It's quite boring. But, we never know when something magical is going to happen. Today was one of those days, but that doesn't mean that every day is going to be. So Monday through Thursday, join Deanna and I, two domestic violence survivors, hosts here of our own shows on Fireside, pick apart, make fun, find the laughter after, in everything that trauma and drama has to do and bring us in life. So decide right now, or maybe later, or maybe never. Are you Depp? Are you Heard? Are you DeppHeard? Or you don't just give a crap? Anyway, let's have some fun. Let's come up on stage. Let's share your viewpoints. Let's act like the adults that we are and have some fun here on this live platform that I guess, word has it, we all adore, called Fireside. Let's get on with the show. Thanks for being here, everyone. And that is my little trailer.
I love it. Excellent trailer. Excellent.
That was actually like take number 400. Okay, it's going to finish soon, so I'm going to stop it. Yeah, and then, so anyway, Deanna, welcome everybody. This is, Deanna. Why don't you tell everybody real quick why we're so different in our opinions, maybe not, and why it's really kind of cool that we're two domestic survivors, abuse survivors, kind of breaking down all this absurdity of the DeppHeard trial.
Well, so, first of all, I think there are parts of us that are the same. And I think that the whole laughter part of it is that. But the thing that I think where we're different is I really do come from a more of a clinical and analytical side, where you just come from the angle of who cares. And I think both of them actually end in laughter, and I think that's the part that brings us together. What do you think?
Yeah, I honestly, when we were talking, I'm not a clinical person. I actually, honestly, have never been. Yes, I did. I went to a psychologist once for a while, and she had gone to the forum or something, and this lady learned how to get the demons out of you by making you burp. I mean, this was the psychologist I went to, so I never went back to another psychologist ever in my life, ever. I went to a psychiatrist with my husband once to accompany him to an appointment, and she ended up prescribing me medication. We laugh about it all the time. It's like, that doesn't happen, but it happened. So I don't, what I'm trying to say is I don't even know what it would be like to sit down with someone like you, be completely honest in how I'm feeling and what I'm going through, and talk through it in order for you to coach me to the laughter or to someplace else. I have a tendency in all the adversities that I am going through in my life, that I cover it up with humor and laughter. And I think everybody does. So I like to take that viewpoint, not clinical, not anything, just like the life, have fun, live life.
Right. And I agree with that so much, except that I just do like to have the clinical side of it. I like to have the analytical side of it. I like to just be able to kind of go a little bit deeper. Now, when I'm coaching, I'm not totally analyzing. I kind of do that more with me than other people. When I'm coaching, really, I'm just helping people get to what they want. It's about you.
I
So
just
you'll
make
be fine.
coaches. I make coaches. I have a lot of coach friends. So you're my trauma coach friend now, right? I get free
Uh-huh.
advice from. And then I
Good.
have my life coach friend who she's great, Lori. She gives me free advice. So just make friends with coaches, people, and you never have to pay any money for coaching. That
I
is
think
just a side note.
that's horrible advice.
I know. It's
only
great
only
advice for
because,
me. I
right.
know. Okay, so today was a boring, boring, boring day. The defendant, the testimonial people, the people who gave testimony, was the
Witnesses.
guy at the door of the Eastern Columbia who ran the doorman, basically,
Mhm.
that lets people into places. The doorman. He was so freaking fed up with this whole thing. He
Mm.
basically he took a big hit off his vape pen. He was in his car doing his testimony, looking into his phone, and then he takes this gigantic hit off his vape pen and he blows the smoke to the camera. And John, you have to see it, right? I can't even play that for you because it doesn't, and Johnny Depp cracks up. He couldn't help himself. You don't hear him laugh, but it was like the funniest thing you've ever seen. And this is the same guy that basically said, "Look, I'm sick and tired. I don't want to do this anymore, people. Quit asking me this stuff."
And didn't he, I think he was also the one who said, "Look, you guys, I don't remember any of this stuff. You keep asking me questions and I don't remember the answers because it was 6 years ago or 7 years ago and I don't remember anymore what happened. And you're trying to make me answer something under oath which you told me don't lie." So
So
my
here's
answer
here
is
to
I
give
don't
the
know. I
audience an
don't
idea.
know. I don't know.
Somebody's knocking at my door, but they can't come
Oh.
in because nobody's home. Okay, so here's the guy. I don't know what he's about to say, but he looks like he's getting irritated. Here.
All right, this is my last. Be nice. All right, this is my last question. You testified in response to Mr. Presidio's questions.
He's
that
driving.
You testified truthfully in all of these occasions. Did you testify truthfully to everything that you testified in response to my questions today? That's correct. All right. I did.
It's a good time to. I mean, that was boring. Hold on one second.
21st, 2016.
You know what, Deanna? You know what happens to me is by the
What?
time we get to do the show, I have listened to this woman ask the
Yes.
most asinine questions repetitively over and over. I mean, you can't.
You saw her the night of May 25th, correct? Correct. You said that you saw Amber Heard hundreds of times while she was there. Did Amber Heard treat you well, and was she friendly to you in each of these hundreds of times? Yes. I'm not gonna say no because she was really always nice. All right, this is my last. Be nice. All right, this is my
He's
last
driving.
question. You testified in
Okay, we already
response
heard
to
this.
Mr. Presidio.
Anyway, that's how boring it is. I can't even find something boring to play to
Although I
show you how
did,
boring it was today.
one thing I found funny today though was the fact that, so I like when the attorneys or the doctors go, testify, because I find that when another attorney is testifying or a doctor is testifying, they don't really care about the attorneys that are asking them questions. They're so irritated and fed up, and it's so obvious. And like today, the attorney that was being interviewed that did the divorce, was her name Wasser? She 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 was sick of it. She was visibly and verbally sick of it. And she was like, Elena, are you really
Yeah.
Elena?
She calls the cross-examining. She calls the Amber Heard's attorney by her first name, and so does the talent agent. He goes, Elena, like
Right? Like, come on now, Elena. I feel like we could do an SNL skit with the
But it was
name
pretty
Elena.
early on at your career at CAA.
Oh, I didn't know he worked at the CIA.
Describe the events of your meeting her.
She was represented theatrically at the time by an agent named Warren Zavala.
Oh, it's so exciting. Okay, so this is the talent agent who I texted you and I said, okay, this is my thing. I totally know about all this stuff. This is great. I think I know this guy from back in the day because and he was boring. They all went to the Johnny Depp school of how to speak really slow. Every single one of these people.
What is up with that? It's torturous. It's torturous. You shouldn't have to listen to it more than once.
2005, 2006 time frame?
Sure, I don't actually.
But it was pretty early on at your career at CAA.
Correct.
It's CAA, not CIA. It's Creative Artist Agency. I thought they said CIA.
Right. I know, me too at first. And I was like, wait, I missed that altogether.
Let's spread rumors.
Might as well, because based on today's testimony, we didn't learn anything. So we might as well start just teaching people things, even if they're not true. Interesting. So he was with the CIA.
So Deanna and I decided tonight that every testimony today was so uninteresting. It was so nothing relevant, nothing that would change anybody's minds about anything, nothing revealing, nothing like, oh. So I think at the end of the day, we are really waiting for the testimonies of Elon Musk, James Franco, and Amber Heard. This is the key.
I think that
to sanity.
Even with the slow, right? Even with the slow talking, there was a lot that you could get out of Johnny Depp's testimony. I loved the forensic psychologist; she was great. Today, I don't feel like we learned anything other than the fact that every single person that was there the day of the police being called, like none of them saw any markings that resembled injury. It was all consistent with crying, and that was it.
Yes, but it's a repetitive thing. Right. This is torture. This is not meant to be entertaining. So I did a new framing here.
No, and they
microphone's too close,
and they're succeeding at it not being entertaining.
It's not supposed to be entertaining.
Doing a great job at that.
And I think we're mistaking it, like as a general public, like, yeah, it's so boring. It should be more entertaining. But if this is really now, are they asking the most repetitive, ridiculous questions over and over and over? Well, let me see, Mr. James. So you didn't see a bruise on the left? No. You didn't see a bruise on the right? No. No. Are you telling me you didn't see a bruise on the left or the right? That's right. Well, what do you mean? Was the entire face maybe? This kind of stuff.
Well,
right?
Right. And well, in these 19 selfies that Amber or maybe not selfie that her buddies next door took of her face, in these 19 pictures, this burst that was taken, I want you to look at each one of them and tell me the same thing. And the pictures
and repeat the same question for every single one.
Like, all within in a 1 second time span. So anyway, I don't know. I didn't learn anything new.
I didn't learn anything new. I actually am kind of like
brain cells today.
Yeah, like I feel as though I lost some time that I could never get back. I was so happy when they said, we're going to call it a day. I was like, yeah, it's only 2:00 here. I have a lot of time. Yeah, because I'm also working during the day. So I have 2 big brands that I'm working on right now. And it's like a lot. And at the same time, I'm over here listening, chiming. So anyway, everybody in the audience, please Ray, hey, welcome. Lily, I would love for you and Ray and Ron and Bad Bunny, where I don't know where Dale went, and Reagan and Derek. You guys, can you please bomb the stage, please? Just come on up.
Definitely. And
Give
while they're coming
us,
up, I just want to talk about something we missed yesterday.
oh, the
We should have
muffins.
brought up. I can't find it because I ran out of time because I got home from work so late today that I didn't have time to do anything. But the muffins yesterday, I forgot about this. So we went on and on about having dinner and drinks at Johnny's house and how that was a crime. But the muffins, I totally forgot about this. This came up in cross-examination as well. Um, what were you schmoozing, Miss Heard, because you went to the office and you brought muffins? Oh, and by the way, you broke a confidentiality because at least one other person knew that you were evaluating Miss Heard because your testimony says that your husband brought the muffins or went and got the muffins. And she's like, no, that's not what happened. Oh, your husband didn't get the muffins? She's like, no, my husband did get the muffins. But when I have a client like Miss Heard, we clear the office. And so I was running late. And I asked my husband, can you grab the muffins? Because we bring these in all the time for any client, and not just high profile clients, any client. And I didn't have time to go get the muffins. So I asked my husband, who has done this on numerous occasions, because believe it or not, I run late a lot of times. And I asked him to go get the muffins. He didn't get the muffins for Miss Heard. He got the muffins for me. And while she's testifying like this, all I can think about is it's time to make the donuts. Remember that commercial? It's time to
I
make
think
the
it was a
donuts.
local commercial, maybe. In
Maybe.
LA, we don't make donuts. No, I'm kidding.
That is probably true.
We go to the donut store. We don't make donuts.
No, it was.
You make beignets and all that stuff.
No, it was a donut commercial for like Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Oh,
And
yeah. It was not big in LA.
It was Dunkin' Donuts for sure. It was. I remember.
Okay, thank you.
But you guys are in the East Coast. Ron, where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in Georgia.
Yeah. We don't. Dunkin's not a thing here. But go ahead.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, the point was the commercial was about this guy who like saw himself coming and going because he had to get up so early in the morning. It was time to make the donuts. The joke didn't even work on you, Wendi. I'm glad you can appreciate it, Ron. Because all I heard when she was like, "No, I'm always running late, and I need to get the muffins," and so I couldn't get the muffins, so he had to get the muffins, and I was just like, it just felt like I was in the loop of Groundhog Day. Time to make the donuts. Yeah, anyway.
Hey, Ron, welcome.
Hello.
I'm glad. Deanna is so happy you got that joke because went right.
I mean, like,
because now
I
I'm
don't want to
picturing.
feel like
I'm picturing the commercial, and she just explained it to me in a way that I didn't even understand it. I've only can remember the image of it, but I just didn't know there was something funny behind it.
So, what do you think's happening here, Ron? Can you chime in and give us your manly opinion?
A very masculine opinion. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. First of all, you've touched on a point that's very true with the justice system, is that it can be brutally boring, and the minutia involved. If I was one of these lawyers, I mean, if God bless them, if they like what they do, they love what they do, then great. They're probably having a great time. But even the ones that maybe love it, how could they get into enjoy the minutia? I don't know, but it's just that seems. And you said it was the driver, right, that they're interviewing.
Well, he wasn't their driver. He actually worked the front desk of the. He was like security front desk manager of the apartment complex.
Okay.
The building.
And so he's being asked these questions, and he's had to do it many times, I imagine. And so he can't, it just seems like torture. But,
right. And I think about these people, they were deposed, right? Mm-hmm. All the way back then. So they went through all of this. And then, way back in 2016 or whatever. And now they're going through these questions with him again. And then they're bringing up the deposition and going, well, what your deposition says is And they're like, well, if you have the deposition, why are you talking to me?
Exactly. And I said that years ago, unless they journaled all those questions and it's, I had, wrote them down. I mean, there's no way that they're going to always be, it's amazing. You're going to forget a lot in however long it's been, 6 years.
Yeah. Not only are you going to forget, your brain has a wonderful way of creating stories.
Yes.
And what you remember it to be today is not what it was when it happened. And that's why people recall incidences very differently. And so
Memory
it's
is so
like,
subjective. It's so
it
subjective.
is.
But what I want to know from you ladies is, with your experience with abuse, what do you see? What is your opinion so far about the guilt, and what's your opinion on both Depp and Heard?
Well, okay, I'm gonna go first because Wendy's muted, so I don't know what you're doing over there, Wendy. But so when I look at this, my instinct and where I land is that um, Johnny Depp is the one who is the victim of intimate partner violence. While I say that, I don't say that he has not done anything wrong. But what I am saying is, I don't know that he was the instigator and the perpetrator. I think that he was the one who was preyed upon, and things unfolded from there. I'm not a lawyer. Ron, you seem to have some legal background. Is that something that
Oh,
you
no,
do?
no, absolutely not.
Okay.
No,
Well, you
he's just been
talk so
sued
like
50 million
you know.
times, so he knows what it's like to sit in a courtroom.
I've sat for one deposition, that was it. But I know.
And it was enough, right? Okay, so what I was going to say though is, like, on a legal front, when I look at this, I don't, as far as defamation is concerned, I don't see either one of them winning. I just don't. I just feel like it's going to kind of cancel each other out as far as that's concerned.
So my point of view from living with creeps like Heard is that I have no doubt that Johnny Depp partied like an animal, probably with all his friends, because haven't we all, and all that good
Absolutely.
stuff. All right. And so that's just a lifestyle thing. And she was buying into that lifestyle. She's 20 something years younger. You have to remember, she was very young, very impressionable, very manipulative, and she basically wanted Johnny Depp. And so they're going to do whatever a man or woman, to get what they want. So that's where this feigning, or this acting basically comes in. It happened to me when the first man that really horribly abused me. I remember being so impressed with him when I met him. He was not a very good looking man. He was charming as all hell. He brought me, it's like a week after I met him, I got roses sent to me, and there was only 11 because I was the 12th rose.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, stuff
Wow.
like this. It was wild. And then he married me right away with this weird confidential marriage. But I thought he had money. I thought he had this beautiful home in the Santa Barbara Riviera. I thought all of these things, and none of it was true.
Oh, my
Absolutely,
goodness.
all of it was fake and not true. But I was then in his midst. And then I was brutally, like abused for about another year and a half to 2 years, right? And then I planned my escape and I got away. But the other person was so much fun to be with. I mean, to this day, he's fun to be with. And I won't say, but he didn't physically abuse me, but he financially abused me, and he cheated on me all the time. There wasn't a day that he wasn't cheating on me. And so it's that kind of abuse. All of them have the same personalities that Amber, and all of the traits that the psychologist pointed out. They all have the same traits. It's like they're charming, they manipulate you, they get you into their midst, and then they antagonize the crap out of you and turn everything around. They gaslight you and they make you feel bad. So she's totally fits that bill for me. I'm sorry. And he is so, you don't have people, just because you're a celebrity, say that you're a passive, really nice man, right?
Right.
You just don't. You don't go, like people won't go to Mickey Rourke and people aren't going to say, well, Mickey is just such a cool, passive guy. No, Mickey has a little bit of a temper and he's known for this and that and whatever. But, Johnny Depp.
Right.
I mean, seriously, Johnny Depp, just the way he talks, every interview, everything about him.
Very placid guy.
Right.
And she wanted it. She wanted him. She wanted the fame. And then she just manipulated the shit out of it. And she's still doing it to this day. So I am all Depp. All Depp.
Gotcha. And why was this British court? Why did they, what was that based on to where they could say that there was overwhelming evidence that he abused her?
Well, I don't know. I don't look at the evidence of the UK thing. Yeah. This is a defamation. This is a defamation case as opposed to, right? I mean, the other one was
I think that was a defamation case, but it was against the
newspaper,
the magazine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I see. Calling him a wife beater.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the truth is that the evidence, the public evidence substantiates that. And I think that's what they were going on. And it had not been fought and they weren't on the stand to prove he was innocent. They just had to say, well, you had a restraining order. Your wife made the police report. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, so we're basing our story on these factual things that we can pull up in a court record. So that's why in this case, yeah. And I didn't really look at a lot of the information. It was brought up in this suit though. And that's why in this case, when you listen to some of the attorneys who talk and analyze the case on, these shows, that is one of the things they brought up was that's the reason why he's suing her.
Right.
And not the magazine. Because
it's so typical of this type of individual, Ron. It's so typical. Like he's suing for $50 million. Well, she just gets her feathers all strutted up just like they do. And they say, okay, well, screw you. You're suing for 50. I'm going to top that. I'm going to sue you for 100.
Right.
I mean, seriously.
And what about this venue? And I'm sorry, I'm the lack of knowledge of this, but the venue they've chosen, is that a specific place to where you could have that kind of lawsuit or so? Is that had something to do with it?
No, it's because they've exhausted every other venue in the United States of America.
Okay.
No, the truth of the matter is it's where the magazine is based.
That
is where the magazine is served from.
The Washington Post.
I see.
Oh, the Washington Post, maybe.
And the judge, the judge agreed that there was something there, and so she allowed them to do the case there.
Right.
I see. That explains. You ladies know this. Know your stuff. I mean, it's just. Have you enjoyed doing this?
It has been fun so far. I'm really kind of, I think Wendi gets really anxious. Today was a little nerve-wracking for me because Wednesday is like a really long day and I work on site. So like when I'm working at home, it's no big deal, right?
Right.
It takes a lot of multitasking, but I'm home and it, kind of doesn't matter. But when you have your earbuds in at work and you're working away and people keep coming to your desk and you're like, I can't hear you. Listening to the Johnny Depp trial. Yeah. They're like, what?
Yeah.
is going on right now?
I listened from a different perspective, right? So I'm listening because I'm thinking, what am I going to create from this? And that's what our show is on Friday with where we have the clip show, which is featuring Bad Bunny, and I hope Dale will be there, and maybe even Joy will pop in and create something fun that we can play. But that's kind of what the clips thing is all about. And so that's what I'm listening for, stuff that I can take the air out of, and I can grab a clip and I can use in building a story with these audio clips. Like I like to create audio stories. So that's what I'm listening for. And that's why for me, when it gets to be super boring, it's like of no use to me because I can't, unless I'm going to do a boring clippage thing, like a montage of listen to how freaking boring this is.
Well, what your montage has to be is I don't recall that. No, I don't recall that. No, I don't recall. No, I don't recall.
It's gonna be I don't recall. No, I don't.
I think we can make like a whole
I don't recall.
Like,
yeah.
put it to the lyrics, the beat or the melody of some other song, and it'll be like I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall. You can make
You
a
can
whole
do that,
song out of it.
Deanna. You can do that.
No,
You can
I'm
do
not
that
good
one.
at the music stuff. I mean, I can give you the idea, but I can't edit. I can't have the time get
Well,
I can't have the time get my iPad to work with this stuff, and I got the equipment. So I don't know what I'm doing. I can talk. I like
so
I like
anybody?
to know what's
Yeah,
going on.
thank you, ladies, for letting me speak.
Oh, Ron, you
I
can
appreciate
stay.
it.
You can stay up here. You're more than welcome. You
Okay.
were here yesterday too.
I was.
Yeah, and we enjoy having you
want
here.
to come on
Thank
camera?
you.
I mean, you're welcome on camera.
I'm
too,
sorry.
if you want.
It's 10. I'm in bed already, so it's kind of yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody
Yeah, it's
says.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, what time is it? What
I'm
time
in
is
bed
it
right
for
now. What are you
Deanna?
wearing? What are you
What am I?
wearing?
I don't wear anything to bed.
That's what
Well,
I
you
thought.
see that it's so much more
Nothing?
exciting
Nothing?
than this court case right now.
What kind of
Ron?
what kind of sheets do you have? What kind of sheets are touching
You know what's
right now?
interesting though. Seriously, is that I've been dying. I don't know why I haven't yet, but I need to purchase some luxury silk sheets. Why don't I have silk sheets? You know?
Bamboo. I
No.
hear
Silk is
bamboo's really good.
disgusting. Get
Is it?
bamboo. Yeah.
Okay, of course.
Yeah.
You said bamboo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's so super soft and breathable, and it's good for the environment. It's all kinds of winning.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we love our bamboo. We have bamboo too on our bed. We won't sleep with anything else. But silk, don't do that.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
single? Ron, are you single?
Yes.
Okay. Are you dating?
Yes.
Okay. Has she mentioned silk sheets to you for some reason?
No, I just
Okay,
I think I was reading about Elvis Presley, and it happened.
Oh,
Said something
Exactly.
about it. And I just thought,
Exactly. So just think about 1970s,
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy.
So surprise her.
Right.
Surprise her with some bamboo. Just do that instead.
Okay, I'll do that.
Definitely a
I
better
appreciate
choice.
it.
Okay, keep inviting Dale up, and he's just ignoring us.
Why won't Dale come up? That's why Dale's mad at you. Dale,
He
come
is,
on.
because I don't have the right shirt on. I'm gonna do better tomorrow.
Yeah, Dale is our producer director. So is Bad Bunny. I had to change my shirt before the show. It was gray. I had a gray one on.
There he is.
And Bunny says, Bunny and Dale go, okay, no, Wendi.
There he is. Good. I took my jacket off, so I feel like
everything looks great now. Your angle is perfect. The cameras are well placed. We'll work on the sound a little bit more tomorrow, but yeah, it's great, you guys.
Awesome. Well, is my sound not good? Yeah, but I'm a little cramped being this close. I have a
I think we're talking about Deanna's sound. But this is all.
I don't know what I can do.
Really can't talk about this right now live on air.
we don't want to do it in the middle of the show.
Not right now.
Wendy, I would say
this needs to be cut. But what I did want to say really quick. Bamboo with copper infused is so good. It's antimicrobial.
Okay, wait a minute. We can talk about you can talk about bamboo with copper, and we can't talk about the other thing in the show that we have to cut it out.
You know what's funny? I got something.
Cut out our sound tech. That's all he wants to cut out is the sound tech.
So
it's very subtle. It's something that you can try on your own. It's not good to do it in the middle of the show. In general, Wendy, you need to turn your sensitivity down. You have a very nice mic, and we're not getting presence from it.
Sensitive.
So what would that be? What would that be?
Something silky.
Yeah. Turn the silk down.
Yeah.
I'm on a P4 Zoom.
Yes.
And that makes so much sense to everybody.
Turn the sensitivity less.
I don't have a sensitivity button.
Yeah, that's okay. Anybody who's working with that knows they don't have.
We hear you both just fine. The fact is that you both can get a better presence to your sound, and we'll dial it in later on.
Okay. That's really freaking awesome, Dale.
And we got to do this later.
Yeah, Jesus.
But really quick.
Also, still, it's better than the testimony today.
That's right. I mean, the show, everything was so boring, you guys.
Why? Let's talk about that. The audio that we're delivered from this court is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Seattle City courts gave better sound in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. And there's a buzz behind it all the time and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, that loud buzz that gives me like a migraine. I'm leaving. Call me later. Like, I have other people do that. I'm like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, you have like me doing it, right? Like me watching it. Like,
no. Are you?
No.
Oh, okay. I
No.
thought we had the 18 to 25-year-olds. All right, no sound effects there, people. Come on.
We actually do
I got this
have
one.
a young person here, but I think we probably only have one. Reagan is
Okay.
young. I don't know who
Wait,
else.
we've got Marianne.
I mean, age doesn't matter.
No, I was just
Marianne,
looking at
Lewis,
our audience.
Jared. Look at well, we want to welcome you.
Yeah, welcome.
Well, welcome everybody. You guys, if you would love to come up and speak.
Yes, come on up, beautiful people.
About we like to get the stage
we
bombed
do.
full of people.
So before we do all that, I just want to catch everybody up to date really quick. So let's just go on mute really fast.
Please, I feel like I have a heart attack almost every day. Please stop. Please stop doing it. Please stop. He's so fucking mean. You're a fucking bully. Stop. Please stop. I've been begging you not to fight. I just said, can we please have a normal argument? Just even a normal conversation, like a normal argument. And for the last hour, I've been begging you to please just leave it at that. Let's just go on with our night. I would have been able to come in with you. We would have been able to let it go in a few minutes. It would have been fine. It would just, if we allowed ourselves to have fucking normal arguments. Please, you're killing me with this. You're killing me. You're fucking killing me.
Oh my God. Why did she not win the Oscar?
Because she wasn't nominated.
I mean, honestly, that was probably some of her best work right there. I mean, I felt it. I was there. I was like, oh my gosh, like the run-on sentence, no periods, and I was like, oh my gosh,
the pleading.
Yeah. And you know what? Why couldn't she deliver this when she reprised her role as Mary Poppins?
Was she Mary Poppins?
Oh, you didn't see that? The comeback, the part 2. It's on Disney
Mary
Plus.
Poppins Returns?
Yeah.
She's Mary Poppins on Disney?
God.
And then she's on she's Aquaman's wife.
Yeah, she's like Aquaman's princess wife. Well,
she's the queen, actually.
The queen.
Yeah, of the ocean. But and then on that part, she's...
Jason Momoa doesn't like her. You should go on YouTube and see what Jason Momoa is doing. Oh my God, he's like on another freaking planet, that dude.
He's cool, though. He's very,
he's totally cool. But he's like... He can't stand her. He can't.
I mean, we don't know this person personally.
Well,
but,
no. Okay, you guys keep talking. I'm going to find the clip of what Jason, how he reacts. It's so bizarre. But we just welcomed, who are we welcoming to the stage?
Reagan.
She's going to correct you on Mary Poppins Returns. I know it. I just know it.
Wait, I didn't hear anything about Mary Poppins Returns. I walked away.
It's not Returns. Is it Returns? We're looking this up right now.
Mary Poppins Returns is the one with Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
Yes, I like Emily
Okay,
Blunt.
You know what?
I was going to say,
then that's who we're interchanging. That's who's going to be replacing.
She's going to play.
Why was I going to say
Emily?
You heard?
So you have a worse last name.
In the movie, we're going to get Emily Blunt to play Amber Heard.
You know what? That makes perfect sense, right? And then we'll get Orlando Bloom to do Johnny Depp.
I just saw a really great show with Orlando Bloom.
What you were saying, Reagan?
I said I knew she was getting replaced. I just didn't know who was replacing her. That's cool that it's Emily Blunt, though.
Yeah.
Is it for sure?
That was a joke.
But it makes sense.
Right. I'm just saying, when this courtroom mess turns into a movie, that's what we'll get.
Like this in the chair.
Hold on, this is Jason.
Looking at her, first bottle went.
What? She's throwing bottles across the room. What a waste of liquor.
And she threw the large bottle, and it made
Jason,
contact.
I'm always listening to this.
And shattered everywhere.
Man. getting flashbacks. She used to do that on the set. Oh God, my stomach's turning.
I felt heat, and I felt as if something were dripping down my hand. You know?
Johnny, it was the liquor.
Then I looked down and realized that the tip of my finger had been severed.
Okay. This just got serious. Oh my God.
And I was looking directly at
boy, Johnny Depp, don't say
my
it.
bones
Ugh.
sticking out.
Ugh. I bet those fingers were stingy, smelly. Ah! Subscribe to June Films because he's my little man. Man, now the only thing I think of when I see her is hashtag Amber Turd. Yup.
I'm
maybe
sorry,
we're
but
looking
that
for the
was
wrong
too
clips.
much.
And this is someone that he's like having love scenes with.
In Aquaman.
Yes.
He's Aquaman.
Like he has to
Yeah.
make it believable that he's in love with her and he can't live.
That's one of my biggest things when it comes to acting. I'm like, these people are really good at their jobs. Because if I had to act with someone I didn't like and be in love with them, I don't think I'd be good at that.
Reagan, do you want to come on video?
It's hard, and
I'm not sure how to do that, to be perfectly honest.
well, we have to invite you, but we can invite you.
Sure.
Invite.
Okay,
I got her first, I think, Deanna.
I got it. Are you doing it, Wendi?
Somebody did it. Joy, I'd love to hear from you. Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Jeff's got a show here on Fireside. Who else is down here? I'm looking like, I feel like I'm on stage. Again, I can't see. Marianne, Derek, Weightbot. Joy, are you going to do another show with your boyfriend, Weightbot? Anyway, alrighty. Hey, Reagan, look at you. You look so cute. Okay, so
Dan
tell
was
us.
here for a second, but he left.
Who?
Dan. So Bad Bunny was.
Yeah,
saying,
so
hey.
Dan, he's a judge. You know Dan.
Yeah,
Dan. I've seen him do. Does he do sidebar? Is that what he does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good
maybe
guy.
Doesn't want to get involved like we might ask him
legally speaking. Yeah. I mean, we did share the show for all our friends.
Yes. So one quick thing, that I wanted to just bring out about today, and I'm just going to do it quick because I know you don't like my analytics, but just quickly, I just wanted to make a point that the police that went every time and got grilled or asked over and over again why they didn't write a report, and over again they read the rules in the police manuals as to why the report was not necessary. Like, I felt like today was horrible.
It was a very bad day. But Joy does have some gossip in the thing. I have to clear the air, darling. No, she did date Elon Musk. So Joy asks, so it's true she had a baby with Elon Musk? And my answer is, hell no, girlfriend. She did not. She dated Elon Musk. And that is what broke up Elon and Grimes, who had the baby with Musk. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yes, she did date Elon Musk, and he's going to be a witness because he was one of the people that saw her in between the time it was questionable about the bruise on her face. I think something like that. Same thing with James Franco.
Okay. But she does have a kid, but I think she had a surrogate to have her kid. Amber.
Who
Amber
has a kid? Amber has a kid?
Yeah. Una? Okay, fact check it. I'm fact checking it. Her name is Una. They mentioned her. She's
really?
Mm-hmm.
We're fact checking you.
Okay.
Amber. That doesn't mean you have to wait for the results to come in.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So she's less than one, and I think her name is Una, but
Una Page Heard.
Yeah, same. And I think she had a surrogate. So it was after everybody.
Surrogate, that's interesting. But who is the father?
more.
Well, she had a surrogate mom, so I
Look
don't know.
at
She might have just
E-
decided she wanted to be a mom and just
Joy, forgive
God help the
me. Oh,
world.
okay, Joy, come on. Okay, come on up. You're right, Joy.
Hi.
Elon Musk speaks of rumors about being Amber Heard's baby father.
But it's not
Yeah.
confirmed.
It's not confirmed.
I was on Twitter today and I was reading an article, and yeah, it was just all whether it was him, and then they were saying that he potentially was trying to get them destroyed, and it just sounded terrible.
Wait, he
Who was
trying
on
to get-
Twitter? Who was on Twitter doing that? Elon was on his own
No,
platform?
it wasn't. It wasn't Elon. It was. I was on Twitter, and I went down this thread, and there was an article talking about how he was trying to get her to destroy them, and I guess Johnny might have had questions as to who the father really was, and I didn't know anything, whether it was surrogates or any of that kind of stuff. I didn't want to go down too far into that, but I thought you guys would know the scoop.
No, they haven't brought that up. We haven't heard Amber's say a word. So that's the funny thing, is like her last name is Heard and we haven't heard a word. But I do want to ask Reagan something. Reagan, what are your thoughts? You seem to be a little bit younger than I am. And I was just wondering, how do you kind of feel about this whole kit and caboodle?
Well, first and foremost, I went into this already not loving Amber Heard. I didn't like her to begin with, so I was already kind of biased when I started following this trial. But today in particular, I was texting Deanna, she's my aunt. I was texting her about the poor police officer they had on the stand as a witness over and over again. So you saw no signs of physical injury. I was like, how many times are they going to get him to say, no, she was not physically injured?
But are you a fan of Johnny Depp's movies? Are you? Yes. So
Yes.
Did you become a fan so I'm a fan of Johnny Depp ever since he started in his career, right? So, from The Tourist, from 21 Jump Street, all that stuff. And I know Joy is, and I'm super fan of 21 Jump Street. And she can talk about her fandom there. But that's my experience with him. People who are younger, like I was trying to tell Bad Bunny earlier today, that people at 18 or 25, I think, have a different viewpoint or a different feeling towards Johnny Depp that maybe I do. You know where I'm coming from on this, or am I just speaking out of my what? It's like, is he Jack Sparrow to you? What character is Johnny Depp? Is he Johnny Depp?
Okay, my love of Johnny Depp really did come from my aunt, to be perfectly honest. And I think the character that really, I love Jack Sparrow and everything, but I think the character that really stuck with me the most was his character in Sweeney Todd.
Mine was Scissorhands. That's when I became a super freak.
Yeah, but I've watched, all of his movies, from Nightmare on Elm Street. I've watched 21 Jump Street. I've watched all of that stuff. Crybaby. She was the first person to watch Crybaby with, and then I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Gilbert Grape with Leonardo. I mean, when you look at his portfolio of movies, he's such a talent. For me, it's like, I hope that everybody embraces the fact that he's just, let's not let this wonderful man's talent go to waste any longer.
And it's crazy to me to think, I knew he started as a musician. I knew that, but I didn't, I wasn't thinking it all the way through, in a sense of he was just kind of thrusted onto this road to becoming an actor, and he was so successful. It's that's so cool to me.
I was watching today, I found on YouTube his an interview with him as he's doing his art. And he was talking, this is how humble this man is. I mean, he was actually working on a piece as he was being interviewed. And I think they were asking him, why did you wait so long to let everybody know that you create art, like paintings and things like this. And he said that he just never felt that it was right to use his acting, his celebrity, his fame as an actor to maybe leverage him into something else that's artistic. He wanted, in essence, he just didn't believe that that was the right thing to do. So he didn't do it, and he won't do it. It's kind of like Phyllis Diller. She's a very old comedian. She was this amazing artist, and nobody ever really knew that she was just this incredible artist, right? So, but it's this humble behavior that indicates that he's not an abusive character. He's not an abusive person for me.
And you don't get to 58 years old and have all the many relationships he has. We're not saying he's a perfect partner, right? Like he's been with tons and tons of, well, maybe not tons, but he's been through a lot of women. Pretty much every movie, I think he falls in love with somebody on the set until, Parody, he was with her for a while, but, until Vanessa, he was with a lot of women. And how do you get through all of these women? And nobody's ever said any of this. You go through all of these
And
movies.
everyone, Deanna, that knows Amber Heard, Jason Momoa just did a thing. It's on YouTube, right? She used to do that on set. Oh God, my stomach is feeling sick. I'm going to get sick. This is like bringing it all back. He got this anxiety. I mean, he really viscerally reacted to it.
Right. So it's just like, and she hasn't been around that long. So what does that say? Like if she's already got a reputation for this, and then, so like I said, like I am the person who likes to play devil's advocate, but don't mistake that for the fact that right now I'm firmly believe that Johnny Depp is the victim. The only part that I have to withhold a little bit is just because we haven't heard her testimony. And I know for a certainty from a person who's had to repeat all of this stuff in a court situation, or sit with somebody to get a restraining order and have to list all of the incidences and stuff like that to back what you're claiming you need. They don't just issue them for no reason. The temporary ones are a little bit easier to get, but you still have to list a bunch of reasons, and to rehash that kind of stuff pulls up emotion. So how do you sit in a courtroom with the RBF the whole time unless you're whispering to your judge, to your legal, and then you crack a smile and laugh, and then you go right back to
Her facial expressions kill me every time I watch them. I'm like, you are just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like no emotion at all. And it's ridiculous.
She's not supposed to show emotion. She's been directed, Reagan, to do that, which is, it's got to be very, very hard to do. She actually looks like a bitch because she doesn't have any emotion on her face. Joy, what say you about that? How do you feel about that?
Well, to be honest, I've been keeping away from it, and I thought you ladies would definitely be the oracle of all information for me relating to this. But I'm very sad for Mr. Depp. To think, I truly, if there was one pin-up boy and person that I absolutely loved in, I'm going to say 1988, and I was in high school, it was him. And to know that he's gone, from those days of being clean cut, I don't like scary films, but I had to watch him as Glenn in Nightmare on Elm Street, getting absorbed by the bed.
I never watched that.
All of that
One of
kind
my
stuff.
favorites, yeah, Glenn Latz.
Yeah. Went right back to those days, and then all of the beautiful offerings that he's done. I will say I was a bit dark on him after his portrayal of Wonka, because no one beats Gene Wilder as far as I'm concerned.
I never even saw that movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't even see that one. Yeah.
That was kind of hard to.
It really upset me. It was a super cringe factor. It just didn't. I don't think it portrayed his scope of what he could do.
He got a little creepy there, but how about the Alice in Wonderland when he played the Mad Hatter?
I love that.
Oh, I did see parts of that. I don't think I watched all of that one. Maybe that was around the time of Wonka. I guess it was all that he went through.
He kind of like brought that character aspects of that to that, which I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I thought he did
same makeup.
Yeah.
Same, and then they got it wrong because they should have had that hair for that movie. They had to switch it,
The red hair?
Yeah, that would have been more Willy Wonka, that crazy hair.
Yeah, I didn't. Alice Through the Looking Glass and Alice Wonderland is my favorite book
You're not
ever since I was a little tiny girl. So for he kind of ruined that. Okay, but that's acting and whatever. That has really nothing to do with how I feel about Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you know, one of the movies, he did a movie called The Libertine. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, but
Ooh.
when if you haven't, put it on your list, because if you want to see somebody, I
The
don't know, it's old,
Libertine.
it's older, but if you want to see
Not as old
Johnny,
as me. I am.
no, Wendy, I love how you always bring that up. Nobody needs to
Oh,
know
look
that
at
because nobody
that.
would know. But
Look
if
at
you
that.
go watch this movie, you know, and you want to see him play a character that you haven't really seen before, go watch The Libertine. But I like him in
Holy
Sleepy
moly.
Hollow. I know you don't even recognize him, right?
Uh-uh.
You know, like you said,
2004. It was in 2004, you guys.
he is an amazing, he's an amazing talent. And this is something his agent or ex-agent brought up too. Do you think that, you know, this ruined his reputation? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you can take away somebody's talent. So he was saying, you know, well, what about, oh, well, his reputation for being late for movies. I mean, you know, maybe that's why they didn't do it. He said he's always been late for movies.
He's always
Forever.
He said he's always late.
Right.
Period. He's always late. My husband's
So
always
what?
late.
People who have that kind of talent, they make concessions for that. As a matter of fact, they plan for it. And because his talent is worth it. So how are you going to sit here and act like that's the factor when everything stopped right after this? But it had nothing to do with this. It had to do with, you know, they were
What's
tired of him being
interesting?
late. Come on now.
What's interesting is Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 33.
I don't even get the Rotten Tomatoes scoring. It's just weird.
The higher the better. Let's just put it that way.
Why would you want more Rotten Tomatoes? It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah, well, it's Rotten Tomatoes. It's where they review the films. And so if you get a high Rotten Tomatoes, that's good. But I am going to watch it because it looks fascinating, to tell you the truth.
It's interesting.
John Malkovich, Johnny Depp, Rosamund Pike, and Samantha Morton. All right, you guys, it's 8:00. Victoria, I see you down there. Joy, you got some more to add. Dale, you have anything you want to add to the show? I just want to say it's hard for me to see everybody down here in the audience, but, you know, we got a lot of people on stage, and I'm so happy about that. Who wants to? I'm going to shut up for a while because I'm very thirsty. I have to go get something to drink, and then I want to come
Wonderful
back and wrap the show.
Okay, so then what I will do while everyone just takes a quick break is I'm going to give you a brief unknown history really fast. That's actually fun.
Okay, cool.
So let's start off with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So Johnny Depp turned down this role that Matthew Broderick brought to life. Did you know that?
Did not.
How different would that movie have been if he was there?
Very.
Right? Could you imagine?
Yeah, no, I can't. I'm
No, I
trying to
can't
picture
either.
it right now, and I can't.
I think he would have made that part cool because Matthew Broderick, he's kind of like that dorky cool.
Right, but I think that's, well, it might not have been what it called for, but it just, because the movie is such an iconic movie, you can't now think of it any other way, and so you can't infuse that that suave, savvy kind of cool that Depp has in it. You can't.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So another one
you had
was
something to say, Reagan? Hang on one second, Beth.
Okay.
You raised your hand.
And back to the Rotten Tomatoes thing. It's from I think it was Shakespeare when he did his plays. The more Rotten Tomatoes you got thrown at you, the better the play was.
Oh, you wouldn't know a piece of information.
It was literal Rotten Tomatoes.
She's a theater kid, so
theater.
It took me a second, but as you said it, I was like, wait, that was an actual thing.
Okay, well, good to know that. Thanks for that little.
All right, so number 2 was Backdraft, which he went to Kurt Russell. I love Kurt Russell. I think he's really cool.
Me too.
But I don't think anybody here saw that movie.
I saw
Backdraft. I saw Backdraft.
I love Backdraft, but how different would that have been with? I think he would have been too young for that.
No,
But
Johnny Depp.
During that time,
maybe.
Exactly.
Backdraft?
So here's another one that surprised me, and that is Speed. He turned it down, and it went to Keanu Reeves. Big, I mean, whatever. So then after that, Interview with the Vampire.
He turned that down?
He turned it down, and it went to...
Which one, Tom or Brad? I don't know what character he would have been.
Oh, it went to Tom.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt both had big characters in that movie.
They did.
And yeah. So
someone was going to take second billing.
Yeah. I dressed up as Brad Pitt from Vampire
No way.
Jesus, save for me. And my girlfriend Leslie, she dressed up as Tom Cruise. We got the professional outfits from Hollywood and everything.
No way.
Yeah. And then we went to Hollywood. We went to the whole Halloween thing up on Sunset in Hollywood. It was hysterical because I really looked like Brad Pitt. I was blonde and she was brunette, and I had it was hysterical. It was a really good Halloween. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And Reagan, the next time you can be the girl, Kirsten Dunst's character. I can't remember her character name.
Claudia.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Information sticks in my
Who
head.
did this to me? When she cuts her hair off.
Does.
That was funny.
You got another one, Bad?
Yeah. Face Off. Guess who he was going to do there?
John Travolta?
John Travolta.
Yes, John Travolta.
Yeah.
Now this one is shocking, and it went to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Which one? Great Gatsby.
Titanic.
Oh,
what?
Yep. I know. How different would that movie have been?
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. The only thing in that movie that bothers me is how much Rose says the name Jack.
Run a counter on that.
A lot. So Jack.
Still to this day, they could have both fit on the door.
Thank you.
He didn't need to die.
It was too cold in the water. It was super cold. Somebody had to just die. You know. It was
my God! Don't say that.
She had to because she had to
up on the door.
It would have ruined the whole story if they both lived. I mean, come on. Rose tells the story, right?
Oh my gosh!
But she had to let him go to become the new person that she had to become. Like she changed her name and everything. I mean, she had to let him go, metaphorically speaking.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Right, because she's not a real person. She didn't really have the necklace thing.
The eye of the ocean.
Yeah,
the heart of the ocean.
James Cameron, maybe.
Right?
Oh
okay, coming up next is once again went to Keanu Reeves. Guess.
Speed.
Oh, Matrix?
No, we did Matrix, yeah.
Wait, we did Speed already?
We did Speed already.
Okay.
And then this one went to Jim Carrey.
Man on the Moon.
A series of unfortunate events.
Oh, he would have been really good at that, but
he would have been good at that. Yeah.
But he would have been good at that character.
Next one went to Brad Pitt.
Okay,
co-starring.
Go ahead.
Co-starring Angelina Jolie. The movie that broke up Jennifer.
Yes, Brangelina.
Bennifer.
What was it? What was
oh my gosh.
What's the name of the movie?
So memorable.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
And then after that.
Okay. Can I just say something about Mr. and Mrs. Smith? How could they? Okay, number one, when you're doing sex scenes in on television or in the movie theater on set,
give me a clinical standpoint on this.
You have all these little things that you're kind of protecting you from. I mean, how does a man not get erect when they're, and how does a woman not get I want it in bed with Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt? I mean, how do they stop that from happening?
Well, they don't. I mean, that's why they all fall in love on a set and break up marriages. Hello.
No,
I mean that's technically what happened.
That's technically what happened. But how do they actually shoot those scenes? Dale maybe knows. I don't know where where it looks like they're really doing it, but they're not really, because then that would be porno.
All right, we're getting the dangerous territory here. Community. So moving right along, so he did the Libertarian movie and was unable to do a role in the movie Sin City.
Sin City. Sin City. Who was that? That was Nicolas Cage?
No.
Mm-mm.
It went to Benicio del Toro.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember.
Oh, I was
Which
going to
made no
say,
sense.
I was going to say, you know what I was going to say? This is so stupid. I almost blurted out Marky Mark.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we can call him Mark Wahlberg, right?
I know, but I literally still think of that guy as Marky Mark.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, I get it. Some people here may not get that.
No, they may not.
Well.
You got any more there?
No, that was it. But following this whole thing with the case and everything, Disney has 2 versions of the Caribbean 6 movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
One with Johnny Depp that wasn't released, and one, I guess, where they replaced him with a lookalike. I mean, I don't know. I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else notice that?
No.
I never saw it. I mean,
Part 6.
I think I stopped watching Pirates at 3.
Okay.
I really do.
I wanted to put in a word for The Man Who Cried. It's over 20 years ago. Movie he played not the main person, but he would play a gypsy horseman set in historical England. Please put it on your list. Critics, had problem with the plot, whatnot, but Johnny is brilliant in The Man Who Cried.
I got it right here. I also really enjoyed it, and Dale, I'm sure you saw this one. Did you guys see the one where he played, it was something for chocolate with Juliette Binoche?
Chocolat. I love that movie. Thank you.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that when he was coming up. I was like, you know what movie we didn't talk about? Yes, that was such a great movie. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The point is, like, we know him and we love him.
Yes, we do.
And like when this whole thing came out, for me, I thought, okay, we're gonna have like a division of the sexes here. Women on this side, men on that side. That's not what happened at all.
Isn't that interesting, though?
I feel bad for all the movies he could have been making in the last few years.
Right.
He's done with Disney, whatever, who cares? So many producers want to do movies with him, and he doesn't have time. He's busy with all this.
Yeah. But even one of the movies he did inside of this time wound up going straight to, what did he say? Pay-per-view is how he put it. I guess it went straight to streaming because of all of this commotion. And I think that there are places with all of the movements, right? With all of the, we have to be politically correct and we have to be doing the right thing and we have to be fronting the way we need to be fronting. They're all afraid to say, no, you know what? We don't care because he's talented. And we don't know if this is true yet even. So let's just go. Let's just work. And, so it's almost like, because we don't know, we're just going to be in a holding pattern until we can sort this out. And it's unfair. I think this is, and a lot of attorneys have said that this is why he's doing this. It has nothing to do with defamation, and it has everything to reveal the character of Amber and to restore his reputation.
Yeah, it's a tactic. It's his tactic in order to, because here's, and then we hopefully we'll wrap the show. It's, there's strategy and then there's tactics. And so you have to come up with a strategy, and his strategy to save his career or to get back on track to do the thing that he loves. He's exhausted everything except for this one last tactic that's left. And that is to sue her for defamation because of that post, or the article that she wrote, which is an op-ed piece, by the way, which means that it's, you're opting to educate somebody on a topic. You're not being hired. You're not being asked. You're giving your opinion. It's an opinion piece, basically, that you write on your own. Mm-hmm. But it's for sure for him to regain his integrity, his dignity as a human being and as an actor, and to just go on with his life. And for all of us also, because I think personally, it's a shame to see And this is what abusive people like Amber Heard, like my ex abusers do, is they make you feel inferior. They make you feel not confident. They give you this thing that runs through to the depth of your soul for the rest of your life, honestly, that is a little voice that's always saying, basically, how could I have let him do that to me? Well, this is why. How could I have let him do that to me? Well, this is why. How can you? And you are always questioning yourself. So until he gets this out of the way, he cannot move on with his life. As far as I'm concerned, he can't move on with his life. So he has to do this.
I agree. 100%. I agree. You cannot until you come to terms and grasps with how you even managed to allow this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said yesterday, like, I know part of what I said was a fairy tale, but I do hope that he gets...
Oh God, don't go there again. If you go there, Deanna, it's so impossible for that to happen.
No, I'm not talking about the whole thing. I'm just talking about Johnny.
Okay.
Just Johnny. That's really all I care about. I don't really care about him.
He's already doing that. He's already doing what you're saying. He's basically doing...
This process is going to partly do that.
Right. Absolutely do it. It's going to... And you know how many battered men there are that won't come to the surface? And maybe this... I mean, I see this as more as men who are abused by women who probably have a really hard time people believing that this is happening to them. Right. Just like women, but men more so. And I'm sure that there's a lot of them out there. And he's a perfect example, and to be that poster child.
It takes a lot to go up in front of all the millions of your fans on this TV, in this spectacle, and say, I was the one abused. Because I have to think that for a guy, and I could be wrong, and we have some men here, tell me if I'm wrong, for a man to say that I was abused by a woman, does that feel demeaning in any way? Is that something that you would be like, oh God, am I ashamed to say this? Do I have what kind of courage does it take? Because I know the courage it takes for a woman to do that, but it is understood in society that usually it's that way, even though that's not true.
Anybody have an opinion on that one? Dale? Bad Bunny? That's up
Can
here.
We get a little op-ed.
Joy?
You know what? We do have a message. Let's hear it.
Okay.
It's only two genders, male and female. That's it, bro. Ain't no other genders.
Okay. That really had no... we're live streaming in other... Yeah, we got to talk. We're live streaming. But also, it's not just like if a man is being sexually abused by a female, but I think it's harder for men
not
to come
sexually
forward.
Only abused, just to abuse, like beat up.
Abuse.
No, we're talking physical abuse in this case, and that's the part I'm talking about. Especially if you have, like
things getting thrown at them.
Right, idea of this, whatever being masculine is, and then you have a woman, coming at you.
Oh, hell, I punch my husband all the freaking time. I have to
Oh
tell
my
you something.
gosh. Can we imagine that?
I punched the living shit out of him, and he just stands there and takes it.
Wendi.
I should go get him. He's in the kitchen right now getting ready to smack me with a spatula and a wooden spoon. But I told him he's going to have to wait for that.
But is that called foreplay? That's all I'm asking.
No, but it's so funny because he's like 6'3", right? And I take my hand and I go up to him like this, and I'm just like this little skinny 100-pound weakling, and I go up to him like this, and I go, "I'm going to hit you." And he goes, "No." He's like scared of me. It's all in fun, you guys. But I have been known to get a little aggravated and angry, and lose a little control, like the clicker goes across the room or something. We all do that, you guys. We're not perfect. But when you played that clip of Amber basically going off like that, right? It
was very emotionally.
It was normal to me, though. It was like listening to just them having a fit, and
it sounded more staged and instigated.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing that her drama does too, well, first of all, who's recording? Because if she's recording.
She's recording.
Okay. And then it's all acting. And then the second part of that is part of what and we said this yesterday, part of what instigates this for her and what triggers her is exactly what Johnny does to protect himself. And so they're just in this perpetual loop. They cannot be together. It would never work. Not that they're trying to be, but please, I hope he is learning through this the little things to look for so that, he doesn't wind up in something like this again.
They've been divorced now for 4 years, 5 years. It's not like since 2016 they've been divorced. That's 4, 5, 6 years. This is all just about him clearing his name, period. Him getting his fans back on his side. Like I said yesterday, box office sell everything. If fans get back on the side, the studios get back on his side, he'll start making money. Then the agent will make more money again. All of the people that do the contracts, everybody was kind of shit out of luck. Because if an actor and you're their agent and their manager and they stop making money and doing films, then, you've done these very big packaging deals that you're looking forward to that payout when that film is made because they sign multiple film deals, right? And if those films don't get made, you don't get your payout as an agent. I don't even know if they didn't even bring it up, I don't think, with the agent today, which was really weird. What does an agent do? It's like,
oh yeah, or
I wanted to say, Google it, bitch.
Right. Or well, you're doing this because how much money did you make off of Johnny? And how much money did you get? And how much money does Johnny Depp pay you? All right, anyway.
Well, okay. So I need to wrap it up because I promised my husband that I would not have dinner with him every night while we're doing this. Oh, hey, Jimmy, I haven't seen you in so long. So thank you for stopping by, honestly. And there's Alex it looks like there's an Alex down in the audience. Jeff, I have no idea why you didn't come up and raise your hand and want to come up, but maybe tomorrow. Yeah. And Reagan, you're, welcome to be here on Fireside. And you just make sure not to call Aunt Deanna, Auntie Deanna.
Yeah.
Okay. Just call her Auntie.
That is what she calls me, actually. She calls me Auntie. That's it.
Yeah, I know all my other side of my family is from New Orleans, and both my sister-in-laws, and all of them call me Miss Wendi or Auntie, and then the kids will call me Auntie, and it's like, okay, we don't really do that here in LA, but go ahead, call me Auntie. I have to go, you guys. I just want to thank everybody. Deanna, it's been a real pleasure. Bad Bunny, Dale, thank you for all your contributions that you're giving.
We look forward to Friday.
And Friday, you guys, you all have to come on Friday. Friday is about create a clip or create whatever you want. Joy, you have got to be there and make something fun for us. Okay, because Joy is awesome in creating audio stories and telling stories through audio.
We can also make guesses on how they are going to be played on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I love
Who will be playing everybody coming up this Saturday?
That's a good thing to play. Yeah, so we're going to have to do a lot of pre-pro for our show on Friday, but our show it's a dark day for court, so we decided that the clip show would be the fun way we all get together and just have fun, get creative, and come into our community of freaking crazy court clips or whatever we're going to do. And Dale and Bad Bunny, I am so glad you are on board and doing this with us. By the way, you guys, before I go, tomorrow morning, my Cooper time is tomorrow morning. It's usually on Thursday evenings, but I'll be doing this. But regardless, it is Johnny Nash, who I met on Clubhouse, and he is a global international recruiter. Johnny is, he has a great story about coming from a war zone and how he, became who he is. But also, he's just a really genuine human being that really cares about people, and he has a lot to share. So that's 9:30 tomorrow morning. He's in the UK. And I hope you join me and Johnny tomorrow on Cooper Time because he is here to answer any questions and learn about this guy that, he has 37,000 followers on Clubhouse and he has the #1 whatever on LinkedIn. And he just really is a rock star. So I hope you guys, get
awesome.
to
So what
to
time
meet him
is it?
tomorrow. 9:30 tomorrow morning PST.
9:30 PST. tea.
Okay, that means I got to
Okay.
get up out of bed and put my heating pad away by 8.
That's right. No. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we're out. We need to just let everybody know how much we appreciate you guys coming, and we hope you keep coming back. We'll be here.
Yep, we do. Bad Bunny, I love you. Dale, love you too. Joy, you are such my joy. Deanna, thank you so much for being here. And everyone in the audience,
too, Wendi.
please come back and share. And you know, just keep creating cool shit.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
Do we have a tune to play us out?
Do
or
we
am
have
I
a
gonna
tune to
just-
play out?
Or am I just doing a wait bot thing?
I thought I sent you one.
You so did. Hold. Oh, I don't have that.
All right. You know what?
wait.
Friday, it's fine. We'll just do it then.
Wait a minute. I might have it.
No,
I
you
forwarded
don't.
it. Yes, I did. I forwarded to her.
Yeah, she forwarded it to me.
No. Oh my
Why?
God. Because like now I'm turning all shades of pink and red.
Well, can we bring you on camera so we can see?
No, he's not allowed on camera.
Well, I just thought it
Not
would be
until I
fun
get
to see.
not until I get on Stephanie's.
Actually,
No.
I don't have it. I don't know where
Okay,
it
we'll
went.
do this Friday.
So
I had it.
here's
Okay. All right. I don't
Yeah,
want to.
that's
I don't want to do it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna bring up the wait bot and we can do it, or we can do it tomorrow too. It doesn't matter. I just don't have that IG on my iPad. I only have it on my phone.
Okay. So good night, everybody. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Stay sweet. Stay horny. And just
Stay.
you know, stay.
Okay.
Ciao.
See you guys tomorrow.
Good night.